look at what Bitcoin is and how it works. Now, Ed, you're going to give us the lowdown. What is the deal with this?
I am. Let's look at it here. Bitcoin was created and first published in 2009 by an anonymous programmer, pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, who left the Bitcoin project in 2010. It is now maintained by developers and a community of volunteers. Nakamoto's identity remains a mystery. Bitcoin is a digital currency that is used and transferred through the internet without central authority. Therefore, no one owns the Bitcoin network except Bitcoin users around the world. It is a quintessential peer-to-peer technology innovation. So what does this mean? It means the Bitcoin payment system does not include a middleman. It has zero or low fees, unlike our current system that uses banks and credit card companies. Let's take a look at how the Bitcoin process works. Bitcoins are created at a decreasing and predictable rate. They're generated by a process called mining. Bitcoin mining compiles recent transactions into blocks and gives participants mathematical puzzles to solve. The first person who solves the problem is rewarded Bitcoin in exchange for his or her services and gets to place the first block on the blockchain. Bitcoin is stored in a digital wallet that serves as a virtual bank account. Your Bitcoin wallet can be installed on a computer or mobile phone. Transactions are stored on a blockchain. The blockchain is a public ledger that records every transaction for a specific Bitcoin and thus provides a way to transfer value between two people online. For any transaction to go through and to be stored in the blockchain, it must be verified by the Bitcoin network through some complex mathematical algorithms that take 10 minutes to compute. The blockchain therefore includes cryptography that generates high levels of security so no one can spend funds from another user's wallets. Bitcoin can be exchanged for dollars and even euros. It is not tied to one currency. The price of Bitcoin is determined by supply and demand. Since there is only a limited number of Bitcoins in circulation, Bitcoin adherents believe that demand must follow this level of inflation, keeping the price stable.
Ed, thank you so much. I love that little graphic. You do that? You made that? Now I know. It's my little video. I'll watch it again. Anyway, there's our quick tutorial. Now, let's introduce our amazing guest panelists. First up, we have Reggie Middleton. Now, Reggie is a financial analyst, blogger, and founder of UltraCoin and Veritaseum. Next is John McDonald, joining us from Dublin, Ireland. John is the founder and CEO of BitNet. He's also a payments veteran with more than 20 years experience in the tech space. And finally, RT's very own Mr. Max Kaiser. Max joins us from London, where he hosts the Kaiser Report. Max also launched his own cryptocurrency earlier this year called MaxCoin. Aptly named, I like it, guys. Now, first and foremost, you guys, if you look at Bitcoin and the charts of Bitcoin, it looks like a chart of Cisco or Yahoo from 1999, is what I think. And, you know, it goes really high up, thunderous collapse there that follows. Is Bitcoin a bubble? That's the question on deck.
Step in there, guys.
Is this a question open to anybody?
I want to see who's first off the line. Any of you can go.
Okay. Well, asking if Bitcoin is a bubble is analogous to asking if the internet was a bubble. Bitcoin is sort of as a digital currency.
All right, I'll jump in. I'll jump in.
Go, Max. Let's hear it.
Yeah, Aaron. Okay. Well, Bitcoin started off at one fraction of a penny when it was first launched, and it started to move up in value as its use was picked up around the world. Then it was trading around $40 per Bitcoin pre the Cyprus scandal, when Cyprus launched those massive bail-ins, and you saw it move up to the 250 range. And from there, it launched into a bit of a mania up to $1,000 per Bitcoin, and it has since pulled back to what I would call a long-term trend line in the high 200s, low 300s. You also had, during this period of time, the Mt. Gox episode in Tokyo, where I think there was, he considered himself to be the Goldman Sachs of Bitcoin. He took that a little bit too much to heart, and I think he was actually engaged in a lot of front-running and manipulation and scandals. But now that's out of the system. But I think once again, we're back to a longer-term trend. So the bubble, if there was a bubble, it's behind us.
Well, what about the volatility of Bitcoin price movements? Reggie, I want to ask you this. I mean, how can Bitcoin get widespread adoption if there's so much volatility in the price?
Well, Bitcoin's volatility is analogous to the volatility of any other new currency. When I was on the show before, I compared it to the continental note, which was a precursor to the US dollar. As a matter of fact, that wasn't so much volatile as it simply lost value. It went from par and was redeemed at 2% of par by the government 2 years after being issued. So in comparison to what the US dollar and the precursor to the US dollar was, Bitcoin is actually quite stable. That volatility is what happens when you have something new. And I have to make a point. The media focuses on Bitcoin, the capital B, as a digital currency, not only digital currency. What Bitcoin is a value trading ecosystem that is programmable. And the most prominent application on this ecosystem is a digital currency, which is Bitcoin, lowercase b. But that's the first application, and in my opinion, was rudimentary. Think about the world of the internet, which is also a protocol-based ecosystem. And think of prominent applications such as email. Email is prominent, it's popular, but email is by far the most important of the internet ecosystem. Just like I doubt very seriously if digital currency would be the most important part. We're working on, and many other companies are working on, entities that trade value and do things at a much higher scale that disintermediate entire industries. It makes digital currency application look minuscule in comparison. So when you think of Bitcoin, think of an entire ecosystem of which you build applications on which digital currency is but one small infinitesimal portion.
Now, John, I want to throw this next question at you. I've been hearing a lot about Bitcoin 2.0, kind of a second iteration of the Bitcoin standard. So what are you hearing about this, and what enhancements are we going to see in the next iteration?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I could not agree more with what Reggie just said about the technology, the service layer on top of the internet, right, which is what really the two-letter notion captures. The sense that this is a technology, and I think that the currency aspect is really the headline-grabbing component. For whatever reason, I guess the speculation being the largest influence on that discussion. But the way we see Bitcoin primarily is as a technology that has transformed the global public internet into a secure payments network, and that's incredibly disruptive, incredibly transformative, and frankly, it constitutes an inflection point in financial technology, the likes of which we've never seen. Now, going to what we're going to see next, I think we are going to see service layers built on top of the Bitcoin 1.0 protocol. I think the invisible hand coming into the market, the motivation for additional consumer-facing services, additional defaults in wallets such as multi-signatures, protections that I think consumer, the regulatory bodies that are looking after consumer interests are going to be intensely focused on, and frankly, the usability, the user experience, the ability of users to use mobile devices in a way that can truly take advantage of the simplicity. And I think part of the elegance of the Bitcoin protocol is that it is whitelisted. It's a part of the HTTP stack in the same way that email was, right, or HTML was. In fact, you can click on a link and open a web page, or click on a link and initiate your email client to write an email. Bitcoin is the same way. It's part of the internet stack in a way that no other financial technology ever has been. It was created from the ground up specifically to transfer value over the public internet. And I think that what we're going to see over the next 2 to 3 years is an incredible tectonic leap forward in usability, taking advantage of the basic fundamental components of Bitcoin in a way that people will be using Bitcoin for everyday transactions, probably, and not even know that they're on the Bitcoin network. And I think that's going to happen.
That's interesting that you would say that. Let me look at it this way. Max, I'm going to ask you this question. When you look at any developed economy, and you talk about this a lot on your show, the vast majority of the money supply comes from credit created out of thin air by the financial system, not from cash or cash equivalents. So my question is, how does Bitcoin address that market?
Well, there's a lot of companies now that are involved in the Bitcoin derivatives market. So we're seeing some liquidity in this market. We're seeing some depth in this market. We're seeing futures and options being developed on top of and surrounding the blockchain. But at the core, the Bitcoin itself is unimpeachable in the same way gold is unimpeachable. And a lot of people make the comparison to Bitcoin to gold for this reason. And remember, Edward, in the study of economics, we've never actually had a pure science in economics. It's always been a soft science like psychology. Economics and finance has always been really the dismal science. There's nothing really hard or ironclad about economics and finance until Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a scientific discovery relating to money. It's the E equals MC squared formula for money. So this is fundamentally different. It's a huge break from everything up until now. If you listen to Janet Yellen, who's managing the Fed, just spew nonsense pulled out of her ear. It makes no sense, and making markets rollicking and rolling. Hopefully we're going to be on that era. We can move towards something that's actually based on value, based on scientific formula, based on mathematics, and this is what the people who are advocates of Bitcoin are really looking forward to, a new era.
You know, we only have a minute left, but I want to quickly ask, Reggie, I'm going to direct this at you. You know, there's competing Bitcoin currencies, cryptocurrencies out there, and if something catastrophic happens to the blockchain, what's to say that another cryptocurrency isn't as good or could be better?
Well, part of what makes Bitcoin good or better is the network effect, the fact that everybody uses it. If something catastrophic happens to the blockchain, as long as doesn't take the entire blockchain out, the blockchain will rebuild and regrow, just like the internet. The internet was designed to survive a catastrophic event. And so in order to take the internet out to take almost all the nodes out, which is almost impossible.
So then, Reggie, maybe the better question is, why use any other sort of cryptocurrency at all if the blockchain is that good?
If that other cryptocurrency has better features plus equal or greater network effect. And it's that second part that makes it almost impossible. If you think of the network effect is over-encompassing. I put a tweet out today that said the 3 largest data companies in the world are Google, the Fed, and the ECB/JP Morgan.
Right.
Banks are now data companies. These data companies are now subject to the network effect. You know, most people don't think of banks as data companies, but banks use solely digital currency almost. Digital currency is the domain of the internet and information.
There you have it. Reggie,
bank, more like Google. Yeah.
Reggie, I'm sorry to cut you off, but we have to go to break. We're going to come back and hear more of these amazing guests. So don't go anywhere, because when we return, we're going to have John and Reggie. They're sticking around, plus Boomba Bianca Fashini brings us a report on the Bitcoin Shop, which is an online marketplace that describes itself as the Amazon of cryptocurrencies. Plus, we'll be asking our panelists questions sent in by you, the viewers. It's all coming up, so don't go anywhere.
Well, it was just gone the 1st of the 1st, 2015, and as I am on New Zealand, and as I get to see the New Year first, happy fucking New Year's. The rest of you lazy pricks can catch up, can't ya? It is 11 o'clock in London, it is 12 o'clock in Beijing, it is 6 o'clock in New York in the morning. Where is it? London, it's 11:01. And New York, it is 6:01. And Beijing, it is 7:01 at night. In Moscow, it is 2:01 in the afternoon. In Berlin, it is 12 o'clock midday. And right here on New Zealand, it's happy fucking New Year's. It is the 1st midday or midnight. Happy New Year's, everybody. Catch up. Over here, I am making some colloidal silver with my new magnetic stirrer. So we'll leave it focused on this for a bit so you guys can see what's going on here if you like.
Unresolved conflict between Palestine and Israel is a contributing factor to expanding extremism. Moscow believes that adopting Palestine's resolution would have been a positive step towards reinvigorating consultations on a two-state solution.
Russia's ambassador to the UN has dismissed America's claims that the resolution would have undermined the Israeli-Palestinian peace process. Vitaly Churkin said that the talks have been driven into a blind alley by the US. Something he believes is a strategic mistake on Washington.
Okay.
Professor of International Studies Stephen Zoom thinks that rejection of the bid will cause us through to violence.
Rightio. Let's just see what this is up to now. It is now 3 minutes past midnight. I'll watch this 5 minutes fast. See how many parts we have in it now. Still on 3.
I think for years, the Palestine authorities have telling particular supporters of Hamas and other extremist groups that we got to trust the peace process. We can get a viable state. And time again, they reported any concessions that the Palestine Authority gave these latest rounds of talks were unprecedented. And Israel rejected it outright. Among the United States, it was trying to blame both sides. I'm afraid it's only going to encourage extremist voices that will give up on the diplomatic process and they encourage those who want to be part of it.
For more on this story, along with expert analysis on a timeline of the Palestinian attempts to attain statehood, I'll go to RT.com. All there, just a click. Jordan is reportedly willing an exit from the anti-Islamic State coalition after one of its pilots was taken prisoner by the jihadists. Some militants now claim they can take down coalition jets at will. That's according to an article published in the Jihadist magazine, which features an alleged interview with the captured Jordanian pilot. RT's Guy Chichikam reports on the growing might of the jihadists.
So in that reported interview, the Jordanian pilot says his plane was hit by missiles. He said he was contacted by another Jordanian pilot, also part of the mission, who told him that he was shot at and that his engine was on fire, after which the pilot apparently made the decision to eject himself from the plane. For the first time since the U.S.-led international coalition began airstrikes against ISIS, a coalition pilot has been captured. Of course, ISIS very much wants to get that message across that they can shoot down planes. The U.S. had earlier said, quote, evidence clearly indicates that terrorists did knock down the aircraft. Jordan at first said the crash could have been the result of a missile attack, but later he said it was no proof. It should be stressed that the Jordanian pilot certainly spoke under duress. If he spoke at all, I haven't seen the video.
See the blue screen?
That's just the print-based online text and his photo.
There, I'll put the other one.
He's wearing an orange jumpsuit, the same kind others ISIS hunters.
Like I opened up my window, the trigger the sensor up.
The Jordanian pilot was expected to ask what he knows was going to happen to him. Yes. There have been hundreds of airstrikes against ISIS at this point. The plane was actually shut down. If ISIS indeed
Really comes along, breaks into the
and the
house.
question is this going to be a game changer for the coalition or the
Seems alright.
The US and others taking part in the campaign denied that it happened.
The rise of technology was one of the greatest threats and challenges.
The output of the camera as well.
And the deadly explosives have spread across huge parts of Iraq and Syria.
And then the 6 light 10 6 light 10 but I can also immediately turn it on as well. So now you want things out.
Documentary about the royal family. The British media speculates that's because lawyers for Prince Charles stepped in. A technical malfunction is believed to have occurred at Ukraine's largest nuclear power plants, leading to worryingly high levels of radiation. That's according to a leaked report that could not be independently verified. According to the document, radiation could be 17 times higher than normal. On Sunday, part of the nuclear power station was shut down, going back online the next day. The report claims officials deliberately misinformed the public, and the section is really still closed. Ukraine's energy minister said accidents have occurred when the plant is operating. The facility where the leak is believed to have occurred has 6 power producing units, and accounts for almost half the reason nuclear generated electricity. It's also the 5th largest plant in the world, and the biggest in Europe. A former military doctor who participated in nickel missions wants to return to bed. He regretted working for the Alliance, calling it a criminal organization, and also condemned US hospitals. So more details can be found at RT.com. Plus, even in the bitter cold of Siberia, prime county workers make time for fun by turning an excavator into a unique the twist and turns on our website. Right from the scene. First train news, live reviews. On our reporter's Twitter, and Instagram. It's the season to be married, but for revelers in the UK, it comes with a stark warning from health experts. They say around the top of liquor sales are putting the nation's health on serious risk. As RT Polly Pocket found out, they have good reason to be worried.
For Britain's 24-hour party people, there's now a record number of 24-hour shops, bars and clubs selling an all-important party ingredient, booze. But medical experts warn such easy access is fueling dangerous drinking. From ill-judged antics to downright dangerous stunts. The UK's public health is suffering. More than 10 million Brits now consume more than the recommended daily limit.
See the blue light at the blue screen in there?
In 2005, the PDFA government relaxed licensing laws. The idea was that if you had shops and bars serving alcohol around the clock, it would bring about a European-style cafe culture, and people wouldn't feel compelled to drink as much as possible.
Just dark, just lights out. Switch each trip to on the 6 light.
Earlier this year, the World Health Organization named Britain
What I will do is just general
binge drinking in the world.
where it's on the offices. What happens is when 6 lights for this, it's until the first light at or it's the same light with the same the trigger wire that turns on the light bulb. I've also made that as a come back through the line to the secondary one switch. So the common wire is actually the wire that's feeding the power to the camera. One switch is the bed position, which is on because so you've got a 1, a common, and a 2 in the back of the switches. One is for when it's on, common is to the and 2 is usually used for 2-way. So what you do is you take common wire, is the one that's putting power out to the camera, plus obviously all of the negatives are just 2 on 1. You get positive going out to the feed,
I want everyone walking with you.
Yeah, one of the feet wires, the human feet wire, I've got set to one. This is long, it's just too long and normal, you know, giving it 12 volts with down to the camera. And when I've got it on the off position, when the circular lights turn on, the same light that turns on the light bulb, the same power wire turns on the light bulb, also comes back and it feeds the power wire which feeds the 12 volts to the side as well. So when it's off, it's on the two-way side of things, and it's all happy for the sensor light to feed when this is on. So to show you what I mean by that, I will now open up the window. Trigger the light. See the blue car. Triggers the light. I'm going to go to the TV, and you can see how it's about power, and it's about I was turning off the switch to kill the camera and the light.
Is human relationships, family life.
Quite a neat little trick, especially if I like the theory that now that I have that computer over there set up on top, also recording, that has a little TVR thing there. See it? A little TVR. That permanently is on permanent record whenever I'm not around. I'm trying around trying to catch the kids misbehaving. And then I can just play back at my leisure. The beauty of it being at night time is that if I want to review something and I think something's gone right, all I need to do is I can play back quite fast. And every time I see the light come on, the picture will show me something, otherwise it will just be complete blackness. So the viewing points, you can fast forward for a shitload of time and just stop every time you see a bit of light return on. Really neat if you want to look for the odd point out. Anyway, back to the little silver and the exterior. Just look. Anything's going on here.
Hello again. In the last minute, the BBC has postponed its documentary Critical of Prince Charles, reinventing the royal to boost his image after Diana's death. British media speculates lawyers acting on behalf of the Prince intervened, signing a review contract. Investigative journalist Tony Gosling believes Charles is trying to avoid
about animation to this documentary, and that's exactly what I think is most embarrassing about Prince Charles' position. With his enormous wealth, he's spending that wealth trying to sanitize the image, which is at home here in Britain is really actually very negative. So Prince Charles here is just simply trying to stop criticism and stop analysis of what's happened to the monarchy. And we're seeing here, not that if he Prince, we're seeing a kind of Machiavellian Prince trying to use all methods of keep power, that is to say, silencing his critics.
The documentary was set to air this Sunday. He approached the BBC about delay, and we were told it was due to a number of issues, including the use of archived footage. Prince Charles' representatives have not commented on them. Tony Gosling again. The BBC is serving royal.
It seems that the BBC really has not got the method nowadays to criticize the top levels of the establishment. This is just another example of the BBC acting as if it's a water broadcasting corporation rather than it's funded by the public in the public interest. It's almost like a kind of medieval story, like what happened to the princes in the tower, what happened to Diana, and the BBC not standing up for the interests of the public here is not helping history actually be written here in the way that I think we want, which is a little bit more balanced.
Other stories from around the world this hour. A gas explosion at an auto parts factory in southern China has killed 70. More sustained serious injuries. Witnesses claim 3 glass caused the plant ceiling to cave in. An adjoining glass factory and several other buildings have also been damaged. Officials say rescue work at the site is underway. 2 explosions have ripped through a cultural center in central Yemen, killing 30. Say many more have been wounded. A suicide bomber blew himself up at a Shiite religious celebration with a separate device detonating shortly afterwards. The provincial governor is reported to be among the dead. Recently, all of died and 8 are reported missing following days of torrential rains in eastern Malaysia. Over 100,000 people have sought shelter in relief centers. Numerous towns and villages have been evacuated. 5 states are now underwater in the worst flooding to hit Malaysia in over 30 years. An ebola was found in a salt storage facility in Chicago, burying a controlled property. The salt avalanche covered a dozen cars parked nearby and left a hole in the building. No injuries have been reported. The engineers are looking into possible causes of the collapse. At least 100 people have been taken into custody in central Moscow during an unsanctioned rally. They were among the 1,500 who had gathered to protest the guilty verdict handed down to opposition figure Alexei Navalny for fear. The blogger himself tried to attend the rally, which was in breach of his house arrest. He was detained and sent back home. Navalny received a suspended sentence, while his brother will spend 3.5 years in prison. 2 reviews of the frauding cosmetics firm of almost $500 million. Prosecutors were originally seeking 10 years in jail for Navalny. These are the cases with the motivated on Navalny. The new year has started arriving, with New Zealand one of the first countries to welcome in 2050. Fireworks have lit up the skies of the country's capital, Wellington, right over Sky Tower.
You filthy bastard. Yeah, the name's recorded live. It's Sunday afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I got done doing a show last night. I went to see who donated and who didn't donate. I see that there's a $25 donation in there. And other than that, nobody's donated. The way I figure I'm going to do it now is going to do an online store to GoDaddy. And I'll take my shows from Saturday night and I'm going to upload them to an online store. And you folks can you go and donate voluntarily. $2 or $5 just to spend the evening listening to me talk. The way I'm going to have to do it is going to have to buy the show for $5. If you can't afford the $5, you could email me and explain to me why you can't donate $5. And I'll be more than glad to set up another link for you folks who can't afford to pay $5 to donate to get it for free. But every man is worth his value, and obviously only one man, looks like a Michael Lynch, donated $25. And since nobody else believes that I have any worth of value, I do. And if somebody wants to listen to what I have to say, then I guess they could compensate me with something else of value. Alright, like I said, I don't mind working with people if they don't have money, if they want to come here and help, or if they want to write something or transcribe things and send it to me, and we'll record the shows and send out segments of the shows to me, that's fine. If they want to edit video, help me do bulletin boards, web pages, that's fine. If you don't have the $5, I'm sure there's something of value that you have, that you do create, that you produce, that I'm sure we'll find as a media exchange. So
I can give this a shot. Oh, sign that. Yeah, yeah. Other than that, it was a pretty good show, I think, last night. Somebody from Australia said that it sounded like I got a little wound up in the show. That's okay. That makes a good show. And who wants to do this 1-year-old baby? That was pretty funny. So, like I said, I want to see if that email works. You know what I could do? I could use the old one, okay, on DirecTV number 2. I could use that one. Oh, here you go. Let me see if I got that. Whoops. Yep, I must have it. And let's see. It says there's a court of record number 2, so I guess I got that one. Well, man, it worked. There's my password. That's remarkable. Okay. It's a nice day here in Virginia. I gotta put it back outside. This is sent verification code. The verification code to my cell phone. There's speed. Let me see what Google sent here. Yeah, like I said, man, I really don't do phone calls on Sundays, man. Don't bother trying to really call me. I try to do what I can on Sunday. Nice, quiet day. Try to get as much done around this house as I can. So I went back down to the shop in a couple minutes. It says I'm gone. Yay. So the email address you folks could send it to would be Court of Record with the number 2 after the D. Record. COURTOFRECORD2 All right? That sounds like a good thing. There you go. There's only 4 emails in there. They're all from Gmail, all from Google. So there you go. If you want to try to get some old shows, let me know. I'm going to do it next online store from now on. Because nobody seems to have the capacity to remember to donate. They have the capacity to remember how to download the shows. They remember how to listen to the shows. They know how to do it for Saturday nights, but they don't know how to donate. So we're going to cure that problem. Well, I'll just do my talk show on a Saturday night. I'll do 1 or 2 people that I want to talk to, and I'll create another number instead of 127-469. I'll have another number going on. There's 3 other talk shows that I do. I have my own numbers on them. And I'll just invite 2 or 3 people to talk about their problems for an hour or 2. And I'll just get on 127-469. It's like, oh, the talk show already did that show. You did? Yeah, I already did the show. I did it on Thursday. I did it on Friday. Oh, you did? Yeah, I did. If you want to download it, you can go to the online store and download it. Because this, wait for the kindness of my brother to compensate me. That doesn't seem to be working out very well. So, we're going to do it that way. And like I said, if I was just, you invited me out to ask me some questions or listen to me talk, you'd expect somebody to buy you a beer or a hamburger or dinner or something. And, it just seems like this deal way is going to work. So, make sure nobody logged on. Make sure nobody logged on to talk to you here. Go to my web, coach.com. I talk to you. I'll call real quick before the sun goes down. If any participants. Log on. No. is on. And guest number 2 is not a guest, right? Guest number 2, you're not really there, right? You're just something to talk to, right? Okay, that's lovely. Lovely. So, let's terminate it. Yay. You filthy bastard. Alright, yo. So listen, yeah, so yeah, Cole Lentz was on his thing, right, and on his Talk Show podcast. Anyway, let me just run it down and summarise it. For those of you that don't know who Cole Lentz is, he's a disinformationist. He's one of these law gurus that you find on YouTube. People seem to think that using his methods or methods similar to it, like them OPCA methods, organised way to legal commercial arguments. Just Google Mage versus Mage and you'll see it. If you look on the contents, just look on the contents page and you'll see where it says about gurus, sovereign defences, free man on the land, like all that shit. Basically, them defences, they're just to escape liability. If you're facing a criminal charge and you're going to go in there trying to defend the case by raising a frivolous matter, I've said it fucking loads of times, get bored of saying it. But anyway, when I first uploaded the interview, it was Cole Lentz, who everyone, like, you know what I mean, everyone said, oh, you've got to listen to Cole Lentz, you know what I mean, that's you know what I mean, that's the way to move forward. Anyway, so Cole Lentz has told me to go to the Royal Courts and go in there, ask for a treasure map, and he told me specifically, he said, I said, hang on a minute, I said, so you're telling me I'll go in there and ask at the reception for a treasure map, and she will know what I'm talking about? Like, as if there's going to be like some little moment between me and her where, you're a treasure mapper. Like, you know what I mean? When people, I'm not making excuses for it, it was fucking stupid, yeah, but when people are desperate, they'll fucking try them things. Saying that, I wasn't desperate at that point, though, was I? I don't think desperate at any point, really, because I'm still fighting the same fucking argument.
Testing. Mic check. Yo. Three. Testing, 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 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Right.
You filthy bastard.
Alright, yo. So listen, yeah, so yeah, Cole Lentz was on his thing, right, and on his Talk Show podcast thing. Anyway, like, let me just run it down and like summarise it. For those of you that don't know, Cole Lentz he's a disinformationist. He's one of these law gurus. And you'll find on YouTube, people seem to think that using his methods or methods similar to it, like them OPCA methods, organised way of legal commercial arguments. Just Google Mage versus Mage and you'll see it. You'll if you look on the contents, just look on the contents page and you'll see where it says about gurus, sovereign defences, free man on the land, like all that shit. Basically, them defences, they're just to escape liability. If you're facing a criminal charge and you're going to go in there trying to defend the case by raising a frivolous matter, I've said it fucking loads of times to get bored of saying it. But anyway, when I first uploaded the interview, it was Cole Lentz who everyone, like, you know what I mean, everyone said, oh, you've got to listen to Cole Lentz, you know what I mean, that's you know what I mean, that's the way to move forward. Anyway, so Cole Lentz told me to go to the Royal Courts and that. Go in there, ask for a treasure map, and he told me specifically, he said, ask, I said, hang on a minute. I said, so you're telling me I'll go in there and ask at the reception for a treasure map, and she will know what I'm talking about? Like, as if there's going to be like some little moment between me and her where, you're a treasure mapper. And you know what I mean? When people, I'm not making excuses for it, it was fucking stupid, yeah, but when people are desperate, they'll fucking try them things. Saying that I wasn't desperate at that point, though, was I? I don't think desperate at any point, really, because I'm still fighting the same fucking argument that I was from day one. It's just there's been loads of disinformation in the way of it. Right, but anyway, I took notes here as well to practice my note-taking skills. What have we got here? Comments changed. Right, yeah, so anyway, after this failure of, not only I done it, when I done it, I come back, reported back to Facebook, like, and everyone said, no, you must have done it wrong, you must have done it wrong. So then next time, me and about 30 other people come, and no, you know what I mean, none of us got no joy there either, because it's all bollocks, all the arguments are flawed, all these type of arguments are flawed now. Imagine that, you've got 30 odd people all going there with claims, well no, they weren't, but, you know what I mean, in essence, people are going there to, like, get answers, and they've all been fed up with disinformation from the start, like, yeah, basically, like, what I'm about to show you, this is, so I rung up Carl, been meaning to do it for months, and then Saturday night someone said to me, Saturday, like, you know what I mean, ring up Carl and like practice on him, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to court in a couple of weeks, like, you know, so I done it, like, and this is what you're about to read. It's 50 minutes long, yeah, but you need, if you, for the people that know who Cole Lentz is and what these OPCA methods are all about, you need to listen to it all, yeah, because you need to listen to the amount of disinformation that is going on between these two geezers on this called Cole Lentz and this other geezer. But just listen to it all. I think I said what needs to be said, and the big thing about it that's made me fucking happy that I recorded it, and I weren't really so sure whether to upload it or not yet, but he's deleted the episode from his talk show thing, so it's episode 164, it was on the 28th of December, it's not up there. It's normally up there within the next hour, but normally within hours after the show's finished, you can, like, listen to it back, and this episode ain't on there, episode 164. It's like the most recent one, 28th of December, 2014, Planet Earth, you know what I mean? Anyway, enjoy it, yeah? And fuck Cole Lentz, and fuck all them opcos and all, they're all fuckers. You're not going to make no change. You've got to think, yeah? Think, like, what change? If it ain't just to escape liability, then what change? If you're getting attacked,
Okay, so next question is,
anyway, let me just write it down here without summarising. For those of you that don't know, Codex is disinformation. This is Chinese law firm, and you find on YouTube. Anyway, let me just
Come on.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how's it? Woody, what are you up to, man?
What's happening?
Oh, I'm trying to get this stupid fucking video to share of Bops. But I'm not having much fucking luck, I've got to say. Oh, fuck it. Happy New Year's, buddy. Catch up.
Is that not sharing, like?
Is it not sharing?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't get the fucking sound to play. Well, you tell me now that you've joined whether or not it's working once I get the cunt to play again. Hang on, mate. I'll fucking give it another whirl. Because I was quite curious as to what this fucking chat was all about with,
Yeah,
especially seeing Bob saying it's gone missing off the talk show. Where are we here? Fucking hell, download, there it is.
Did they take the full episode down, or did they just cut a bit out?
Bob was saying the whole thing's gone. Well, the whole thing's not even there. Episode 164, the whole thing's missing. And then Bagman's just released a video clip about Carl Lentz as well, saying that Carl Lentz is kicking up a stink that he only got $25 donation or something, and that he's no longer going to do it free, and that he's going to host a website or something where people have to explain why they can't afford to donate $5 before he helps them.
No way.
Yeah. I just finished it. It's a little 8-minute clip that Steve O'Man or Bagman or whatever it is.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
him, mate.
Oh, I've just found the fucking thing, so I'll see if I can screen share it again, dude. Yeah, where is the bitch? There it is. Click on that. So now if I click that, do you see anything show up at all?
You filthy bastard.
Doesn't show up, hey?
So listen, yeah, so yeah, Carl Lentz was on his thing, what happened on his Talk Show podcast. Anyway, like, let me just run it down and it, like someone.
Yeah, it's not doing it, is it?
I can hear it, but I can't see it.
Yeah, sort of figured. Fucking thing. I'll try it with another player. Hang on. Some media players it'll share and others it won't. It's right hog like that. Yeah, I'll try that one. See if it'll let me do that one. Yeah, it generally lets me share this. We'll see. Come on, bitch. There we go. Back to fucking like bloody. Why he started that video off with a fucking B, I have no idea. I think this one will work. There we go.
You filthy bastard.
That's working.
Alright, yo.
You,
So listen, yeah, so Carl Lentz was on his thing, what happened
you keen on watching this, Woody?
I can't see that. Like, I'll log out and come back in, dude.
Okay.
on his Talk Show podcast. Anyway, like, let me just run it down and like summarise it. For those of you that don't know, Carl Lentz is the disinformationist. He's one of these law gurus that you find on YouTube. People seem to think that using his methods or methods similar to it, like them OPCA methods, organised Waco legal commercial arguments. Just Google Mage versus Mage and you'll see it. If you look on the content, just look on the content page and you'll see where it says about gurus, sovereign defences, free man on the land, like all that shit. Basically, them defences, they're just to escape liability. If you're facing a criminal charge and you're going to go in there trying to defend the case by raising a frivolous matter, I've said it fucking loads of times to get everyone to understand it. But anyway, when I first uploaded the interview, it was Cold Edge, who everyone, like, you know what I mean, everyone said, oh, you got to listen to Cold Edge, you know.
You seeing it now?
No, I'm not seeing it, but I can hear it, dude. I'm listening.
Ah, cool. I'll leave it going then. I'm just going to do it.
I mean, that's you know what I mean, that's the way to move forward. Anyway, so Cole Lindsay's told me to go to the Royal Courts and go in there, ask for a treasure map, and he told me specifically, he said, ask, I said, hang on a minute. I said, so you're telling me I'll go in there and ask at the reception for a treasure map, and she will know what I'm talking about? Like, as if there's going to be like some little moment between me and her where, you're a treasure mapper. And you know what I mean? When people, I'm not making excuses for it, it was fucking stupid, yeah, but when people are desperate, they'll fucking try them things. Saying that, I wasn't desperate at that point, though, was I? I don't think desperate at any point, really, because I'm still fighting the same fucking argument that I was from day one. It's just there's been loads of disinformation in the way of it. Right, but anyway, to note taking as well, to practice my note taking skills. That's changed. Right, yeah, so anyway, after this failure of not only I done it, when I done it, I come back, brought it back to Facebook, like, and everyone said, no, you must have done it wrong, you must have done it wrong. So then next time, they had about 30 other people come, and no, you know what I mean, none of us got no joy there either, because it's all bollocks, all the arguments are flawed, all these type of arguments are flawed now. Imagine that you've got 30 odd people all going there with claims, well no they weren't, but you know what I mean, in essence people are going there to like get answers, and they've all been fed up with disinformation from the start. Like, yeah, basically, like, what I'm about to show you, this is, so I rung up Carl, been meaning to do it for months, and then Saturday night someone said to me, Saturday, like, you know what I mean, ring up Carl and like practice on them, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to court in a couple of weeks, like, you know, so I've done it, like, and this is what you're about to read. It's 50 minutes long, yeah, but you need, if for the people that know who cold lens is and what these optical methods are all about, you need to listen to it all, yeah, because you need to listen to the amount of disinformation that is going on between these two geezers on this called cold lens and this other geezer. But just listen to it all. I think I said what needs to be said, and the big thing about it, this made me fucking happy that I recorded it now, but I weren't really so sure whether to upload it or not yet, but he's deleted the episode from his talk show thing, so it's episode 164, it was on the 28th of December, it's not up there. It's normally up there within the next hour, but normally within hours after the show's finished, you can like listen to it back, and this episode ain't on there, episode 164. It is like the most recent one, 28th of December, 2014, Planet Earth, you know what I mean? Anyway, enjoy it, yeah? Fuck old lens, fuck all them upgoers and all, they're all fuckers. You're not going to make no change. You've got to think, yeah? Think, like, what change? If it ain't just to escape liability, then what change? If you're getting attacked and they're replying an act of parliament that is, you're thinking, like, what the fuck, that's not right, then attack the act. You know what I mean? Don't, you know what I mean, going there, shouting at the judge and all that. The judge is proper fucking fundamental in a court case, you know what I mean? You don't want to piss the judge off. You know what I mean? Don't forget all that old shit. Forget it, man. None of this works. If you think it's going to work, then fuck you. It feels like fall down here, but yeah, it's going to get really hot soon. There's soda. Oh, Sarasota Springs is home of Sarasota Springs is New York. Not New York. My phone number is from Zurich to New York. Yeah, but I'm in Florida. My sister lives here. And I is it called Sarasota Springs on that? I'm sorry? Is it Sarasota Springs or Sarasota? Just Sarasota. Okay. I was trying to think of the racetrack in New York. Oh yeah, no, it's close to Chicago or something like that. Yeah. They're sold out. I think. over, yeah. Indian land or something like that. So, yeah. The hard-working people. The Indians, they're the hard-working people, the backbone of America. Yeah, they are. I met an Indian guy that Florida. I learned a lot from him. Like a word that didn't act. The people. Yeah, you learn how to yeah. But yeah, I like Florida. I'm surprised I'm speaking to you, man. Like I said, I've seen your stuff online. I guess you're going to be famous pretty soon. Well, if you figure that out, a Saturday night show, and you figure, hey, I'll have to better do. So, what's your name anyway? Adis, A-D-I-S. And people like Adidas, man. Yeah, that's how I make people remember. I say Adidas. You know the band name along with Adidas. You know what the name is? Oh, I don't. It's Adidas. That's his name. Adidas. No way. Oh wow. That's actually how you read it in my language. If I was in Yugoslavia, you would read it Adidas. Yeah, that's actual name. You know, that's when they were going around back in the 70s, and they were buying the Empire State Building and every damn thing. So they had all that oil money, you know. Oh yeah, for sure. So they're buying every damn thing in sight. So a guy decided to buy, shoes. So that was point or something. I guess it was a good investment. Oh yeah. Famous, man, but it's funny. If anybody knew, man, back then, it was like an Islamic guy. Probably didn't know he would have thought it was cool to wear Adidas stuff. Oh yeah. Well, is he what kind of background does he have? I gotta look that up. Actually, that's interesting. It's like Saudi Arabian, man. It's like Saudi money. You know what I'm saying? Saudi money. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Well, I'm actually Muslim too, but hey, we'll forget that. I guess it's just what we believe. But I believe everything. I believe in everything. I believe it. Yeah, stuff because it was funny, man. My wife left. She was an Indian. She was an American Indian. She worked on one of her let's go save the photo with a whale with a notch. So she took off. She could leave it. And then for 6 months, a year, 2 years, she would take off and go. She walked back in the house like that. She owned the place. Well, you know the law. You should bind her to yourself. I read the Book of Mormon. I read the Quran because I said, you know what? I'm going to get married, man. I ain't waiting around. Yeah, why not? Go to Czechoslovakia, find a woman that stays home and cooks, and that's what she was for. In the South Pole on the internet, man. Huh?
How can you get married without the government knowing about it?
Nice. That's nice. I mean, I guess if it works, it works. I don't know, like I said, that's why I can marry 2 women at the same time if I'm Muslim. Yeah, you can actually, because part of their belief, if you look at nature, actually more women are born than men. And a lot of men die during war and shit. So what was great too is, like I said, I studied Mormon. I studied all the Book of Mormon and trying to figure if I could get away. And I said, you know what? No, I'm gonna go. Any officer of the court, he comes in and says, hey man, you're married to one woman. If you say you're Mormon, they're gonna slap you around. If you say you're Islamic and part of the Brotherhood, they're gonna say, okay, sir, okay, sir. I like that. They're not gonna mess with a Muslim. Well, I don't know.
Why won't they mess with a Muslim?
What's that, sir?
Why won't they mess with a Muslim?
She went to get divorced, like you gotta wait like 7 years for the wife to body to turn up and not turn up. It's like, man, I ain't waiting for divorce on that. They play silly. Yeah. I'm just gonna pick a religion that has more than one woman. Yeah, why not? I mean, if you believe that, like you said, if you truly believe that, you can have more than one woman. I believe in that. And if I wanted to, as long as I can support them, I can have more than one wife. Yeah, because it was fun, man. When the first wife became, I think it was on a Sunday, she came on in the morning, and she says, hey, I'm home. I said, yeah, just keep it down, man. I got the wife in the bedroom sleeping. She's like, no, I'm your wife. I said, yeah, you think? I said, that's right, you are my wife, but I got the other wife in the bedroom sleeping. She said, you can't marry more than one woman. I said, watching. It was real easy to do. And she said, that's illegal. I said, hey, you know what, let's just dial 911 and I'm going to tell them how you abandoned me for like the last 9 months. And you find out how, oh yeah, besides fighting, I forgot to tell you, I converted over to Islam. Oh wow. So within my religion, I can marry as many as I want. Go ahead and dial 911. Oh wow. Yeah, it's funny as hell. Well, they got along great. That's good, man. I guess that's one of my goals in life. Yeah, my whole life was 5, so I got that. Yeah, but what was funny is my brother-in-law thought that was pretty cool, and he tried that stomp my sister, man. She divorced him and a half a heartbeat. Yeah, because she's not used to it. She's my dad. He thought he was going to bring some girl over from Denmark, Holland area, Belgium, whatever. Yeah, and he did it, without telling her. Then he thought he was just going to walk in and say, hey, honey, I want to marry this woman too. And my sister said, you're crazy. He's like, well, your brother did it. She's like, man, but if your brother's cool, it's like, she's like, I'm not my brother, and I'm not cool. That's so fast, wasn't even funny. Yeah, because the women that, you can't introduce a woman to another woman like that, she's not familiar with that background or has that culture. It creates confusion. Oh, wait, what do you mean I got another one? Yeah. He was just doing so she's like, well, you love your brother. I said, yeah, and why can't I do it? He said, because she said, like, most women are crazy. That's why. And I heard a funny joke. This girl goes to her mom. Mom, he asked me to marry him. He doesn't even know me. And the mom goes to the daughter. It's like, hurry up, honey, marry him before he actually gets to know himself. Before he actually gets to know himself. Oh, well, man, it's funny. I met this one woman online, and this is when AOL was just kicking in back in the 1990s, like 97. I met her on 97, that's right. AOL was kicking in. And what was funny is, she sent pictures of her to me and me to her, we swapped pictures. She worked for R.J. Reynolds. She worked as a pharmacist in the pharmacy division of R.J. Reynolds, the headquarters in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She was a respectable woman. And she said that Catholics would, my parents won't accept you if you don't marry me. But she said, you gotta marry me. I said, but I'm still married to a couple woman, but I haven't seen her like in 6 months. I said, I ain't fine. I said, if you're cool with that, man, I said, that's fine. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I said, okay. It was so funny, man. I never even met her, man. It was funny. I jumped on the airplane and I flew out there in North Carolina, and she already has her marriage certificate, man. She has her marriage certificate already for when I got off the plane. Oh, wow. As soon as I landed in Charlotte, North Carolina, we drove across the border to Rock Hill, York County, South Carolina, because they marry you instantly. In North Carolina, you got to wait like 2-3 days. That's what I got 2-3 days. We were going to take our car back across the country because I had to go to work on Monday. So it's so funny, when I jumped on the airplane, I told her there was a black lady and a white guy next to each other, like a couple, interracial couple, and the lady was breathing. So I took my coat off and I gave it to her, and I said, yeah, you got a punk-ass husband, man. He should have taken his coat off, but he's too busy sleeping. He's not mine. So I left him over there. Don't worry about it. So the black lady was like, oh, you're a real nice guy. I said, yeah, don't worry, but I'm fine. But he's never told anyway. He said, what brings you to Carolina? And I said, I'm going to marry some woman. He said, oh, wow. She said, how long you known her? I said, I don't know. I spoke on the internet a little bit. He said, you never met her? No. Have you seen her? I said, yeah, I've seen some pictures of her. And she said, so you're just going to marry her when you... Yes, I did. I'm going to get off the plane, leave the airport, go get married, and start driving back home. I get it out. And she's like, and you never even met her? No, never met her. So she's like, that's crazy. I said, nah, I just ain't got time. I'm a busy guy. I got time for the bullshit. No, it was funny, so I fell asleep. Before I was ready to land it, but this is the funny part of the story. He got in the airplane that looked like me. But he looked like he did drugs. So he looked like squirrely and, kind of burnt out, like fried. I let him get off first before me. So I guess you'd be really disappointed seeing him, So, I knew it really pissed her off. It was funny, how she told me, she said, She said you're recognized because I'm wearing a purple suede miniskirt. Oh shit, okay. And it's gonna be a good-looking woman to pull that stuff off because that is gonna be one of the purple suede mini on an ugly woman. I said, you better be rocking that thing. I said, if you're pulling that stuff in public, I said, you better be good looking. So she's like, so I got off the plane. I'm pretty sure the very last one to get off the plane. I really get anxious and worried. Yeah. So the very last one to get off the plane. So I got off the plane, and she was waiting for me there, and she did at the gate, and she jumped in my arms, like, yay, it's you, you made it. And it was funny, the whole freaking part of the airport right there just started applauding. Because I'm like, oh.
Oh, what a load of bollocks that is, man.
Yeah, when I was asleep, the black lady sitting next to me must have told everybody in the airplane that this guy's getting married on a blind marriage, like a blind date. And she said, oh, that. So when I stepped off the airplane, everybody in the airport gate area, man, everybody, all the passengers waited. I jumped in my arms, man, everybody applauded. So like, what the fuck? And I looked at the black lady. How'd you manage to do that? That's interesting, man. What's that? Well, just keep the crowd there for a while, and then I said it. Like I said, I fell asleep, and I told the black lady next to me that I was getting a blind date marriage, like married somebody that I met on the internet, and the internet was new back then. Everybody was trying to figure out how this was going to work out. So they went around the whole freaking airplane. It must have went around the whole airplane when I was sleeping. Oh, wow. So everybody wanted to see what my reaction was going to be and what her reaction was going to be. I see what kept the people around. Right. So then it's funny, we went across the border, got married. And it was so funny, man. I drove up, she said, hey, you know what? I don't live too far away from here. My family's having a reunion. Saturday, like at a big Catholic church. She said, hey, we're having a reunion. You can meet my whole family. She said, everybody got like a big dinner. So I said, okay. I said, I'll game for that. I'll go say hi to your family. So funny, man. We drove to her family's family reunion. And it was so funny, man. She said, my dad's in the kitchen. Why don't you go talk to him? I said, yeah, okay. And he was, he went around to the country, the nuclear test facilities, and he was an inspector. He was a nuclear test inspector. I mean, that's what straight for inspector? Yeah, that nuclear test, he did nuclear reactors. Yeah. He did inspector. So he was a smart guy. So it's so funny, man. He was like a little squirrely guy with glasses, kind of going bald. They're about 10 years older than me, but it was funny. I go in the kitchen and I start talking to him because he sees me into the door walk in the church, in the reception area, with a big meeting room with the back. Yeah, it was so funny when he bought me a wedding ring, so I'm wearing a wedding ring. And he's talking to me. He says, oh, what's your intentions with my daughter? I said, I don't know, man. I just met her today. I'll see where this goes. Maybe I'll think about it the rest of my life. Who knows? And he says, well, does she know you're married? I said, yeah, she knows I'm married. But see, she didn't know that I told her about the other one, and I didn't, It's like, yeah, it's like, she's like, I see a wedding ring on your finger. It's like, oh, yeah, I got a wedding ring on my finger. And it's just put it there, so it's so funny. So he goes, well, I don't really know if I like my daughter going out with a married man. I said, I yelled across the thing. I said, hey, Lori, I said, way below your dad. She's like, what? I said, way below. She way below. And I said, no, way below with your left hand. And she's like, what? Way below with your left hand. She way below with the left hand. I said to her, Dad, do you see my finger? Do you see my ring finger? Oh, wow. And he's like, no, not really. I said, take a good look. He's like, look. I said, Lori, hold up your hand. And she's holding her hand. I said, you see the ring on her finger? The wedding ring on her finger? She's like, what? I said, hi, Dad, how you doing?
Woody, are you reading the chat?
Man, the guy excited. I never saw a guy take my life, man. But what was funny, man, the mom ran into the kitchen. Said, what did you do? She thought I knocked him over now.
Woody, are you reading the chat?
No, I'm just about in now, dude. Have a look.
Oh, okay. There's, Bob's trying to get Kelly to join into a hangout, and I said I'll host it later on and shit. But he's wanting you to jump in, and I'm going, oh, Woody's probably reading it all at the same time.
Yeah, it's because
Sorry. Yeah.
I watch the Hangouts on my phone, so I'll have a look at the chat now.
Yeah, cool.
What did you do to my husband? Shit. I said my wife in the house. I said to her, I didn't do shit, Mom. I don't know what she did. I want to be fucking like that. Oh my God. I said, oh, fuck that, make it like that, Mom. Oh my God. Mom, who the fuck are you? I said, I'm your son. She's like, fuck is going on? And then, like, Roy ran into the kitchen. It was funny as shit. And then Nan went out like alley cats. Like, Mom, it's okay. She's cool. She's like, how long you know? I'm like, I don't know, 20 minutes. She was like, are you fucking kidding me? It was funny. It was funny as shit. Dude, that story deserves a movie, man. All the end of that family reunion ended dead, man. I mean, everybody started going for the exit. I was the first one out the door. I was like, that's this. I'm out of here.
Wait, how are you going to help this geezer anyway? Get out of his parking offence.
What's that, huh?
This geezer's parking offence. That's what you come on for. When he said something about being a person, he's going to go into court being a man, he said.
Who's talking? Is this I don't know.
No,
I hear something British in the background. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't want to force that guy. What? Yeah, like I said, man, it's good talking, man. I'm glad you found me on the internet. What website did you find me? Just like Google my number? I mean, or how did you actually find me? Carl, if you just go to the website and you put your name, go to Google and just put your name in there, and you're gonna find your website or whatever, and you're gonna find your information right there.
Yeah, because it's your website. Because it's Cole's website. If you go on Cole's website, you're going to find Cole's information.
Who's talking? Who's the Brit that's talking? Who's the British guy that's talking, man? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hang on a D. Let me find out who this guy is. Who's the Brit that's talking?
My name's Mike.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
How's it going?
Did you want to ask me something, Mike?
No, I just wanted to join in on the conversation, like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I never met this guy. He said he's from Yugoslavia, Romania, Czechoslovakia, someplace, Croatia. Where are you from, Frankie? Huh? Where are you from? Ukraine or Croatia? I'm from Bosnia. Oh, Bosnia. Okay, that's just on the other side of Greece. Okay. Yeah, it's right next to, across the boot from Italy, next to Croatia or Serbia. Right, yeah. I used to know some people from, what's that name of that little country right next to it, man? They make great pizza, that guy. I'm trying to remember the guy. Not Albania. I think it was Albania. Yeah. Albania. Yeah, I know Albania. They speak a different language, but it was a part of Yugoslavia. Yeah. Right. That's what we used to make pizza. I used to go to Vegas all the time, man. That guy, yeah, it was great. We got a little break. Well, no, it's good that I talked to you, man, but that was in a parking ticket, man, you know. You could go on the websites, man, the YouTube channel. Did you ever find that YouTube stuff? Just put my name in YouTube? Yeah, that's why I looked up a lot of your stuff on YouTube. Yeah, just put YouTube in my traffic ticket. Type in Paul Lynch traffic ticket. Yeah, or Paul Lynch citation. And you'll find all kinds of answers there. Yeah, I found all kind of answers, but I just wanted to see if I should do like a counter suit or if I should just, well, we did you wrong. I mean, a counterclaim. Yeah, counterclaim for, you know what could have done you wrong is if the cop said, look, man, he stopped you and you lost $1 billion deal, or he stopped you and you were having a heart attack, or he stopped you and your wife was pregnant, having a baby, and the baby died in the car because you couldn't make it to the hospital. That kind of stuff, because he interfered with your right to go from point A to point B, and that it was an emergency, and this dickhead decides he's going to play God and tell you how bad. No, but it's costing me money and time to go to court and all that. Yeah, that's because you didn't settle it immediately. You should have settled it, on the front stop. If you can't settle it on the side of the road, you write a letter on the next day and you get it done. You just wasn't acting under the license at the time of the stop. This nice old police officer man was in error. He believed I was operating on a license. I wasn't. I was a man taking my property from point A to point B at whatever speed I wished.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't speeding it, but I understand your point. But you go 5,000 miles an hour. You do what the fuck you want to do with your life, and I'll do what I want with mine. Don't you tell me. I won't tell you. Yeah, I respect that. Yeah, that makes sense. That's how they work, too. They roll the same damn way. Yeah. I mean, I have respect for them and believe, like, stuff like that, but I just the fact that I know I wasn't speeding. I know, I have a witness, and Dude, I don't care if you were transporting 5,000 pounds of cocaine in your trunk. Whatever the hell you want to do, man. It's your life. You only got so many more, seconds on 5,000, it's over.
Yeah, but then that's not like, you can't just tell him to ignore the law, can you?
Like I said, if there's an affidavit of a complaint on file, you ask the cop. If he stops, you say, hey, man, is there an affidavit of a complaint on file with something wrong with somebody? No. Then why do you interfere for me to go from point A to point B? What's the problem?
Yeah, because the officer's going to claim that he's committed an offence.
What's that?
The officer's just going to claim that he's committed an offence.
How is there something else on the line? I don't know what the hell anybody else is doing on the line, man. You call me. Yeah, I know, but we have somebody else here. I don't know why.
Yeah, Mike, I'm on the line as well. My name's Mike.
Yeah, some crazy bastards, man. They must think this is a party line or a show or something.
Well, no, it's just like you're giving him advice, aren't you? And you're basically telling him to ignore the law. But, you know what I mean? Where's there any defence in law that's been successful, that's been based on ignorance?
You hear that guy? Yeah, I don't think he's telling me to disobey the law, but he's just telling me a point of, the fact that I have my own business. And you're just elaborating on the point of me having my own personal business versus somebody, the officer having his business. And he was just using an extreme example to simplify for me how simple this actually is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's your property. You do what you want with it. I'll do what I want with my property. It was funny, man. A cop came up here to the shop the other day, and he started thinking about all the sheriff's belonging from here, on the property. I just laughed at him. And I just said, wait, you're complaining about my property on my property. He said, no, yeah. And he's like, oh, no, man. He said, all these vehicles, man, all these cars, man, the county has an ordinance, and you only allowed that 5 cars within 50 feet of the road. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's the county. I'm not a county. Yeah, but I guess if you realize them as an entity, then they have complete control over what you're doing, unless it's just right.
Yeah, but all the entities, they're all the same, aren't they? All them entities, they're all the same. A legal person is the same as a natural person, is the same as a man.
A legal person, what?
A legal person has the same rights as a man.
Exactly, yeah. What? No, hang on a second, dude. This guy's saying a legal person has the same rights as a man.
Well, wait. What do you think? What is legal? Define legal.
Legal is okay. You want me to say legalese? You want me to?
No. Just legal. Define legal.
Legalese.
No, legal.
Legalese.
No, legalese ain't legal, is it?
Okay. When something is legal, do they speak legalese?
No, legalese is for contracts.
Yes, no, legalese is the terms of their art. It's their language. They speak in legalese. They're legal people. They speak in legalese. Japanese people speak in Japanese. Chinese people speak in Chinese.
So how did I expect people to follow these rules if they're all written in a different language?
That's right. It's in their language. That's right. It's not mine. I got no idea what these crazy Japanese dudes are going on about. I don't speak legalese. Yeah, but
you don't have to speak legalese in court, do you?
Understanding what they're actually saying. Because I'm not familiar with that language. They're speaking in Greek or Latin. So they speak in Florida statute code. They said the Motor Vehicle Act, the Florida Code, code number 3267-51. What kind of crazy shit is that? That's a code. Wow, that's like people in the support room starting to speak like, some other language and they don't know what I'm speaking. Well,
they will know what you're saying. It's just if you're going there talking all this shit, you know what I mean? It makes a bad situation worse doing all this stuff. You know what I mean? Cole Lentz is telling people to call their kids their property and all that. I won't judge just like from a parent calling their children property won't incite, slavery or something like that.
Okay. Did you understand what this guy just said? I didn't hear that. Sorry, guys. But you want a judgment, I think, saying he's not a slave or something.
No. You see, like for example, one of your things, Carl, is to if somebody wants to get their kids back off the state, you'll say go in there and call your children property. Well, if I was a judge and a parent come in there calling the children property, as a judge, their only interest in that situation should be the child. Well, if the parent has just labelled the child as property.
One more time. You know how convoluted your stuff. You just said 17 like different things in the same sentence. When a parent goes into court, no, there's no parent to go into court. There's a man or a woman.
No. The child will have a parent or a guardian.
There's no child. It's my property. I created it.
Well, so you can sell the property, can't you?
Dude, it's my property.
So you could sell it if you wanted.
Dude, it's my property.
So you saying that you could sell your property, you could sell your children?
Yeah, that's very interesting because, after the age of 18, you are legal, able to do certain things based on the law system. But before that, you're complete responsibility of your parents. That's right. The man or the woman that created you and threw you a little monster out in the path in public. When you're in class and you're a little monster, your mom and dad, those people that created you are liable for every harm and injury and wrong you do in society. Yeah, because I guess what's common law is God who judges and not them. That's right. What happens with a little tiny Indian church with a teepee, and we lived in teepees, and my little piece of property, my little 8-year-old decided to burn somebody's teepee down. What are they going to do? Go to the judge? Go to the court? What judge? What court? What bunch of Indians in a teepee 500 years ago? Guess who's liable for burning that teepee down? That's the little monster's fucking created. The man is
Oh, yeah,
it's that simple.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. If you know what I mean, if my kid burned down your house, I'd expect you to come see me and say, look, your kid burned down my house.
Yeah. I'm not going to no judge. I'm going to go find a little fucking monsters created. Yeah, well, now in certain parts of the state, they're allowing you to speak to your children. That was recently in the news. Okay, what happens when the state of California? The state of California was bankrupt, right? Everything was closed. All the PHRs, all the social services, everything was closed for business. You can't burn somebody's house down the ground. You call them 911 and say, oh, the state's closed. We're bankrupt. We ain't got no money. That was your fault. Yeah. Those bastards fucking parents out there, they're not going to say, you created this little monster, you told them after society, you're liable to this little monster. Yeah, just because the state, how long is the state going to be in business? It's interesting with the beliefs,
Well, because people are about, people are going to be governed, aren't they?
Right, and when we learn to believe, how that influences our life. Because, like I said, you guys actually believe the state has some sort of inherent right to exist or exist for all perpetuity. Look at the biggest, what was the big Russia, what? I didn't hear that. There was some interference in the back, Carl. Somebody got some piece of property. Some little monster, huh? Some little monster is going on. Because their parents don't know how to control it. Yeah. Well, they cause a public disturbance to everybody else. But I think that's cool. Well, there's a fine line between a lot of things, but I just like the fact that one man can start to think as a man versus living. Like I said, it's like those people, man. It's like Russia. Russia was the biggest country on planet Earth. It covered 10 time zones. And they went out of business. In 1987 they started closing down. 1989 it was gone. Mm-hmm. So what happened to that? What happened to that state? Yeah. Yeah. Don't tell me the state and the judge of the state and the judge of the country, the judge got all this power. You know what? When they close up a business. Longest time, and all they keep running into the same old bullshit. And then they said they saw my stuff, and I said, holy shit, like you're the missing link. I was like, yeah, I kind of look like a caveman kind of guy. Maybe I am the missing link.
So wait, missing link, what, do you think you're the Messiah?
Well, I just said that to people. I said, either I said, look, I said, I know I'm not like other people. I said, either I'm super simple, so I'm like more like caveman style. I see things super simple, or I'm super smart. It's one or the other. Either I'm dumber than you people, or simpler than you people, or I'm smarter than you people. It's one or the other. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense, yeah. Right, but the caveman, I'm sure he see things really simple. He said, okay, this is how it works. And then he'd be done. It's like, well, you guys look too deep into it. Like, why are you micromanaging it? Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like if you're hungry, just go eat something. Don't make a big production out of everything. And that's me. I'm the kind of guy that's like, hey, don't make a big production out of it. You know, it's like one word, man. It's like, you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah. Mr. Brenda's guy, are you still there?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, well, like I said, when I met my first wife, man, she said that she had to ride a motorcycle. So she got on my motorcycle and then down there in Florida, man, down at someplace called the Cabbage Patch, man, at Daytona Beach area, down in Willoughby County, left during bike week. She got on my motorcycle, rolled up 3 feet and fell over, and got pinned under the bike. So I shit. So I walked over there, and this is the first time I met her. She said, nice bike. I said, you know how to ride? She said, yeah. So we'll get on and take it for a spin. She rolled another wife, huh? Oscar, come on, get up like that. That was the first wife, man. That was the Indian wife. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what happened is she dropped the bike, man. She rolled 3 feet, got pinned under it, so I walked over. I said, I thought you said you could ride. I said, yeah, I guess you can, huh? She says, no. But maybe she thought it was a horse. She didn't want to look like a punk, I guess. She wanted to look like she was cool. I said, look, man, you don't got to bullshit a lot of me, man. If you can't do something, just say I can't do it. I don't give a damn. And she's like, oh, I thought you'd mirror and yeah. Thanks. I said, no, that's okay, man. It's just metal. It can be spent back in the shit. I wanted to pay it again anyway. Yeah. It's like, you know, most guys love their bike like it's a baby. I said, no, you shit me, it's a piece of metal. You know, it's gonna rub and fall on.
Yeah, it's a bit of property. It's your property, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a bike. It's just a piece of metal. Big deal.
Bit of property. It's like your kid. You can just throw it about and crash it in that, can't you?
Yeah, as long as nobody gets hurt, which is a damn. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, but this is...
Court, man. They go to court, I tell them the same damn thing. Has anybody gotten hurt? No. I said, well, then who gives a damn? It's something, like I said, it's funny.
No, the other people will, wouldn't they? The people on the road. This is what I mean, like, what's your definition of common law? No injured arm, no injured party, no crime and all that?
Yeah, I think you're overlooking the simplicity of it, but...
No, yeah. No, listen. That little myth there, that could just be instantly debunked with the Latin Brocard. What is it? Fucking hell, I forgot it. Malum prohibitor. If you look up the term malum prohibitor, malum prohibitor means a wrong because it's prohibited against. Malum in se means wrong because it's fucking wrong, right? It's a serious act, right?
Every single law dictionary defines common law as unwritten.
Yeah, that's right. That's because the traditions of it are unwritten, because it's decided upon with judges. You know what I mean? The judges interpret the common law.
Yeah, that would be like, you know, just uncommon law, like basic, simple, don't hurt anybody, and that's it. Like it's inherent. It's God given. You know, why do you think, Carl, even in the legal society, that when you steal somebody's property or if you harm somebody, it's the worst out of all the crimes. You go to jail for taking somebody's property for stealing something for 20 years. Over here, you might accidentally kill somebody in a car, and that's, you only serve 5 years. Are you taking a life? But that was just the natural course of things. That's right. I mean, like kidnapping used to be a capital crime. Kidnapping, you took somebody's property, took somebody's child, man, and there was a death sentence. Yeah. It was the most valuable piece of property a man could have is his child, his property.
Yeah, but it's not his property. That's his child. It's not property. If you called your child property in court, they'd take that kid off you.
What is property? Tell me what property is.
Yeah, in what sense? In the legalese sense?
No.
Well, in the normal sense of property.
No, what does property mean to you?
Well, it means something that I could buy, sell, destroy. You know what I mean? A movable piece. You know what I mean? It's not a living thing. It's not a living, breathing thing with emotions.
Who else has the right to do it other than you?
What? To what? Sell my child?
Your property. I said property. Can't you stick with one idea at a time? You to define the word property. You said something that you can buy, sell, destroy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd associate that word with your child anyway. You're just check this out. Dude, just check this out. Just work with me here, man.
Go on.
Let's talk about property. The word property. Let's just stick with property, okay? When you said property, you can build it, destroy it, create it, do whatever you want. That's your property. Okay. Who in the world, who on planet Earth can tell you what you cannot do with your property?
No one.
Who?
Well, no one, but that's where the...
Dude, that means it's exclusive to you, right? Only you can decide.
Well, it depends who's got the equitable title for that property, doesn't it?
Dude, I just said, dude, you're the only one on planet Earth. Okay, there's you are in England and there's one guy in China. Okay, there's only 2 of you on planet Earth. You claim everything you see in England as your property, okay? You can do whatever the hell you want to it because it's what you think is necessary to survive. You're gonna do whatever you gotta take to do because now it's all yours. Because you're gonna say, I need to do this to survive. Right? Everything you see in England, you're the last guy in England. You're gonna walk into, any store you want, and you're gonna start eating whatever the hell you want because you're the last man there. You're gonna claim it's all your property, right?
Yeah.
Because there's nobody else to tell you it's not true. That's not yours, that's mine. Give it back, right?
Yeah.
Take every damn thing you see, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So until somebody comes and tells you, no, you can't do that because that I have a vested interest. I also have the right to claim that. Then it's no longer your property.
Well, no, because in that circumstance, if I'm the only person there, then I'm you know what I mean, my self-preservation comes into it. So all that shit is mine, unless I see somebody else, and then I'm going to understand that they've got the same right to self-preservation as I have, and then I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? If we was in court, that'd be a frivolous argument that you're raising. You know what I mean? I thought we were in court.
Property. I want you to know what property is first before we even go in deeper.
I know what property is. I know what property.
Don't go simple. See, I go caveman simple. I start with 1, and then I go to 2, and then I go to 2 billion. But I start with 1. You start going on to all this crazy shit, saying, children, property, killing, abortion, right to life. You're getting way too far ahead.
I ain't said one thing about abortion or right to life.
I'm saying that that's what your conversation is going to start convoluting to. It's going to start getting twisted and more twisted.
But it's not twisted. These are the things that they have to interpret.
If that's your property, what can you do with it?
You can destroy it, sell it, buy it.
Yeah, and destroy it, right?
So yeah.
Right.
So how can you call your child property in court and expect the judges to...
Watch this. This is my property. Crack off. Don't touch it. Don't go near it.
Yeah,
what conscious man would actually destroy his property? It's like going to a store buying a brand new TV and you want to destroy it. Why? Because the most valuable piece of property you have. That's what I told you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
if you work with that piece of property, if you work with your child, and when you get sick, when you're 50, 60 years old, you figure that child's going to support you and take care of you when you get too old. You'll remember that you took care of him. Mm-hmm. Your car won't do it, your truck won't do it. That's why it's your property, it's your most valuable possession. Nobody got to F with it.
Yeah, more things come into the equation with it though, Cole. If you're talking about a child, you know what I mean? You can't just go into a court and say that about your kid, like, you know what I mean? But it fails, that fails, you know what I mean? Where has that worked?
Huh?
Where has that worked? Who's done that and it's worked?
Well, who's done what?
Who's gone into a court when their child has been taken by the state, called their child their property, and got it?
Did you listen to my show, like one of the first shows I ever did? And Jesse and Jonathan come on and they say that she just walked into the court, pointed to the kid, pointed to the lady who stole my kid, and said she robbed me of my property. And she told the judge, I order for you to return my property immediately. Did you not hear that lady?
No, I didn't.
Okay, then did you hear the Mexican lady who couldn't speak, read, or write English, and she just walked in the court, and I told her, thank God she couldn't read or write English. and she's going to speak English because she's the only one who has sense enough to just do what the fuck I told her to do. Just walk in, say, I was robbed of property, point to the church, say, I want the property, restore property now, return property now.
And the what? And the woman.
Oh, I got a question.
And the woman can't talk English.
Who actually owns all the money and the property? Who does that belong to?
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is where the equitable title comes into it. What? You know what I mean? When it's a matter of property, you're going to have like a legal owner and an equitable owner.
Oh, come on, Bob. What the fuck? Don't know what's going on there. It seems to have frozen at 45 minutes 55. I'm going to have to try and re-download it.
Oh, no way.
Ah, fuck. Hang on. I'm not giving up just yet. I'm going to go into another browser and I'm going to cheat because I can.
What are you using, dude? Mozilla?
Yeah, I'm going to use Mozilla to watch that one of Bob's.
Yeah.
And Google Chrome will let me share Mozilla, in theory. Let me just find it here. Fucking RT before, they were going on about New Zealand seeing New Year's in first, and they were going on about the Sky Tower in Wellington counting down the thing, and I'm going, you fucking cock, the Sky Tower's in Auckland. Wellington maybe, but the Sky Tower's in fucking Auckland. RT, you just made yourselves look like complete fucking idiots to 4.5 million people. Dickheads. Anyway, I think I've found it. I shall go over and see.
Is the New Year's Day over there, like, Mark?
So after the show's finished, you can listen to it back in.
I'm almost 2 hours into the first of the first.
Oh, dude, Happy New Year, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before, catch up.
I know, I didn't realise I've still got 11 hours.
Yeah, you guys are 13 hours behind us.
Yeah.
Alright, found it. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this fucking thing to work properly now.
It ain't on there, episode 164. It's like the most recent one, 28th of December,
Let's work it out.
2014, Planet Earth. Right, mate. Anyway, you ready, yeah?
Right, I'll go up to that 50.
Fuck all them, so fuck all them upgoes and all, they're all fuckers.
45.
You're not going to make no change.
What, 45 something?
So walk in, say, I was robbed of property, point to the church, say, I want the property, restore property now, return property now.
And the woman.
Oh, I got a question.
And the woman can't talk English.
Who actually owns all the money and the property? Who does that belong to?
Well, this is what I'm saying. This is where the equitable title comes into it.
What?
You know what I mean? When it's a matter of property, you're going to have like a legal owner and an equitable owner. I'm not too sure about. I'm not too clever about all that. But all I'm saying is, if you go into a courtroom and you say that your child's property, no matter who says that, especially that woman who couldn't talk English, why the fuck would a state?
Man, in court, when you deal with law, there's no synonyms. You can't say child is property. Child is child, property is property. There's no synonyms in law. Dude,
so you don't even refer to your child as a living human thing with emotions at any point?
Dude, I'll explain this to you one more time. There is no synonyms in law. Maybe you create an English writing class as child is the property. I'm not explaining to you. Child is child, property is property. Property means that it's exclusive to me. Only I can use it and I can enjoy it. A child? I don't give a shit what your definition is.
Only you can use it and only you can enjoy it. You're going to go into a court when the state took your child. You're going to say, do you know what the definition of property means? It means that only I can enjoy it. You think they're not going the judge is not going to draw to the inference of slavery? Are you fucking serious?
Dude, when I go to court, a motherfucking thing. I'm going to tell, I require you to give me back my property, and I mean fucking now. Yeah. However, for what about money? That belongs to him. Money. Whose property is that? Mine or theirs? Because I'm reserved. Pardon me, mate. Do you have title to your trousers and to your suspenders? The second title. Come on, go up. You point and say, "That's my property. Give it back now." That's it.
But it's never worked.
I don't care. Okay. The next question I can say, da 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 da. All I'm going to keep saying is, "That's my property. Give it back now." That's it. There's no discussion. That's my car. Give it back now. That's my dialysis machine. Give it back now. That's my home pump. Give it back now. That's my one machine. Give it back now.
There's my child, my property.
I'm not going to fucking go around these guys for 3 years, 8 years to get my dialysis machine back. That's my fucking machine. Give it back. I need it to live. Give it back. Give it now.
Yeah, but you're bringing different things into it. You know what I mean? It's just.
It's too simple for you to understand.
No. This is the thing. The law isn't simple. The law isn't simple.
Because you can able to go outside in the sunshine and enjoy your fucking life instead of reading.
It's nothing to do with that. You spout off disinformation to people. You know what I mean? You're not doing anybody any favours. You make a bad situation worse. Don't tell me about I can't understand it. You talk shit to people.
Dude, one of the very first shows I had with Jonathan and Jesse came on and said, "Dude, instead of giving me bullshit, why don't you go listen to my old shows?"
Because it's all disinformation. I've read the law books now. You know what I mean? I know it's all disinformation. You bullshit about a common law. It's like no harm, no injury party. That's a malum prohibitor. It's wrong because it's prohibited against.
I don't think it's true.
You talk shit.
Crazy language and speaking. Dude, I don't give a shit what crazy language you're speaking. All I'm trying to say is that's my property. Give it back. Is anybody else in this world going to say that's not?
Yeah, and all the judges going to say, well, unfortunately, this property, you know what I mean? It's not what you're perceiving it to be, mate. You know what I mean? It's not like a fucking thing you can just sell. It's not. You know what I mean? Why does it not work for people then? Why does it work
for it? You don't want to learn from him. Then go learn their law books, and you're about to be on the phone line. You know, I'm calling you, man. There you go. Don't go. I want to learn that. I read your legal book. Yeah, I believe in what Carl was speaking. That's why I made the effort to call him. If you believe something else, you can.
It's not about believing, is it? It's about, you know what I mean? But what's going to work? If he's telling people that this shit works, and it doesn't, it falls on deaf ears. Believe me, there's loads of people in England.
Try to teach somebody something. If what you believe you want to learn, you're going to learn that.
It's not about believing, no. This is the thing. You can't go into a court with a fucking with this imaginary perception of what law is and expect to tell the judge. There's maxims. There's simple maxims. No man can judge his own cause. Huh?
Don't you want your kid back? Say somebody would take your kid.
Yeah. I fucking would want my kid back. I would want my kid back. That's why. But listen. What you're not understanding is, what about the people who go into court and they try this bullshit that he spouts off, and it falls on deaf ears, and it makes a bad situation worse.
That's because they don't really believe it. So if you don't.
So the legal system is based on belief.
You have to believe what he's saying.
What, like the unicorn and the lion above his head all dancing about? You believe in that, do you? This is fucking.
Sorry, what was that?
Like when you go into the court, there's that sign up, isn't there, above the judge's head with a unicorn with a crown on and a lion dancing next to it.
But think about this, George. You go to the Islamic country, and like they believe you. So to go into there, you can. So it's and I'm going to listen to what he said. If you believe something else, you go chase that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but listen, this is what I'm saying. If you're talking about matters of law, it's not about belief, is it? It's about what's right and what's wrong. You know what I mean? If somebody's going to go into a courtroom, call their child property, that judge is going to draw to an inference of slavery. There's something he's going to think, what the fuck is this getting?
Slavery and property are different words, and so is child.
You're not going into a court talking legalese, man. Look up, you know what I mean? You think there's not things in place for this. Look up what the principle of statutory interpretation is. All statutes, you think they're all things to extract money. All of them statutes have come from somewhere. They've all stemmed from a story, from a case. You know what I mean? This whole thing that common law means no harm, no injury party, it's all bollocks. That is bollocks. Common law is case law. Yeah, the rules of common law are unwritten. That's because it's based on judges' decisions. You know what I mean? It has to be written down so that it can be reinterpreted in other cases. That's the doctrine of stare decisis. You know what I mean? Judging cases alike. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean because I understand you, but what I'm trying to tell you, you seem to misunderstand, and that's where the confusion comes into play. But I understand what you're saying. It's just that you're not understanding me. If you have a certain belief, you believe that, you follow that belief, and if you don't want to be a part of that, then simply find another one. You know what I mean? That's what it boils down to. But if you people take religion, they interpret it their own way. I believe this because this is what it says, and somebody else might disagree with you. Who cares? Go on and believe in what you believe. Because at the end, we create what we see, and we all learn from each other, and this is reality, what we all see. So I believe that I should speak to Carl so I can learn something real, and not based on some bullshit entity or a person or a corporation. It's a huge corporation that I have to follow their rules. I don't want to do that. I want to be a free man. I want to make money and be free or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Well, Cole, look, good luck following this information anyway. I'll just, you know what I mean, remember, you know what I mean, when the information Cole tells you falls on deaf ears, you remember this conversation we had.
Yeah, I remember. Carl, are you there? I guess he's not there.
No, he's fucked up. Go on, I'm dropping out anyway. I'm dropping out. Go on, whatever, man. Go on, take it easy, yeah? Be lucky. Cole, let you fucking wanker.
You filthy bastard.
I guess.
What do you make of that, Mark? Not surprised he deleted it.
You surprised what?
I'm not surprised he deleted it.
Yeah, mate. Oh, fuck. So old Bob just gave him what for, basically, there, didn't he?
Mm.
I get what Carl was trying to say. It's just that Carl was really being slang on his interpretation of property. You know, something to you enjoy. That's not what property is.
There's any warriors in the room today?
Right, he was just
Excellent. We have warriors.
Yeah, he was, because property is what is exclusive to an individual within any given society, not what you can use and enjoy. Those two definitions aren't the same thing. And if you say you're going to use and enjoy your kid and call it property, you're going to get looked at fucking sideways. If you if you say your kid is exclusive to you within any given society, then they're not going to look at you sideways because you're being more defined in your interpretation.
How long has he been preaching that story? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while, and I mean, I've heard guys call them back about getting their birds of prey back. You know, the councils have confiscated their birds or their hawks, I think at one point it was, and they went in and just wrote the old require immediate restoration of property, and they got their shit back. So I suppose it works in some regards to some things, but it's just the whole thought of calling your child a thing, i.e. property, and not a living thing. But as far, I suppose, in within a society, because that's what property is. We're talking about stuff within a society, and that society could be your family. You know, a family is a society. You're a citizen of your family. You hold obligations, duties, responsibilities to your individual family by blood. You know, mum and dad didn't have to wipe your ass when you were fucking one, but they were obliged to. Part of a family, same thing. So, yeah, it's only when you become a citizen of a fucking country that you fucking swap your family status over. That's what the whole capitalist minutio media is all about. Anyway, so yeah, I get what Carl was saying, but I get what Jamie was saying too. It was really funny listening to the two of them sounding good.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Because he's right, you know, case law is, common law is case law. But then if I was to whip down the fucking dictionary here, the old Butterworth's New Zealand Law Dictionary, if I look at lexi non scripta, which translates to just the unwritten law, and then it says the common law. All right. Now, bearing in mind, it doesn't say common law; it says the common law, and we all know, thanks to Better, that the means a portion of. So therefore, when they're writing in the legal dictionary that lexi non scripta, or the unwritten law, is the common law, they're talking about the unwritten law being only a portion of common law, not the whole encompassing common law.
Yeah.
Because common law includes case law as well. It's not just unwritten, it's also written. And Bob's point was that, of course, it was unwritten first, and it's the customs and traditions of whatever society that made them forced to have opinions and judgments and then write it down and create statute, and then it becomes case law through precedent and use of the law or legislature, whatever you want to fucking call the bell and whistle on it. But, you know, it's just the two of them aren't having a very articulated conversation. And if like there were two of me sitting there, I'd fucking pull them up on every single word, like I am now, with the and of and in and at, and, you know, I don't let that shit slide, because those are the important bits.
Yeah.
I'm a cunt to argue with, eh?
What's your interpretation of? Is it out of, or is it without?
Out of.
Yeah. Out of.
Out of. So you've got the United States, and then you've got the United States of America. So you've got the states that are united, because the later word is always the noun, and the prior word is, or the preceding word is always the verb or the descriptive word. So if it's United States, it's talking about the states that are united, as opposed to if it was states united, you'd be talking about something that's united that's got states in it. Anyway, yeah, kind of a bad. Yeah. So yeah, when you're saying United States of America, you're actually talking about something that's got absolutely nothing to do with America whatsoever, because it's out of it.
Like the band out of England.
Yeah, or of the family Keane.
Yeah.
So we're, you know, obviously when I'm sitting at home in my own family structure, I'm not going to say my name's Mark of the family Keane. They're all either going to call me Mark, Dad, or hey you fucking idiot, or whatever else they want to call me. All right, and they can do because they're part of the family, but they're not going to say hey Keane anything, because they're all part of the same group. So I don't need to say I'm of anything to them. But anywhere else, they want to know where I'm hailing out of.
Yeah.
So therefore, I am of the family. It makes sense. You know, you can go to biblical times. You have Jesus of Nazareth. You know, when he was hanging around in Nazareth, he didn't need to say he was of it. It was only when he was somewhere else. So, if that's for people that are biblically fucking, if they want to. I don't know, never read the fucking thing. It's just a book. Make a great bookend someday, I've probably. Got a few of them here. Fucking got all sorts of fucking Bibles around. Natural Magic, fucking Family Health Guides, Atlas of Bibles, Great Events in Biblical Times, fucking all, there's all sorts of shit here.
You got any like spiritual shit?
Nah, it's the Mrs. Mate. She's the one that's been the book guru all her life, and her mother. She just chucks us all the books that she reads, so we've got quite a well-versed fucking stock of shit to read if I ever wanted to. I'm not the reading type, really. I'm more go out and do the shit, or I'll watch it on a video, like I was talking to, I'm not sure who it was, it might have been Mothers, or well, someone else anyway, in regards to colloidal silver the other day, and they were telling me that, because when I was making it, it was coming out like that piss yellow, and it was because I wasn't using a magnetic stirrer, which is just basically a magnet underneath it stirring really fucking fast on like a. So I just got a spindle motor out of a CD player, and stuck a neodymium magnet on top of the spindle motor, and then stuck that underneath a piece of perspex, and then have the bowl on top. And inside the bowl, I put 3 magnets in it, 3 little ball magnets. So I've got a north and a south. And then while it spins underneath, it stirs the fucking thing inside. And what it creates a vortex. So while the colloidal silver is actually being made, as soon as the particles of the silver break away from the silver themselves, they instantly mix up and they don't have a chance to solidify and mass into larger particles. So it stays clear. So now I've got 15 parts per million of colloidal silver that's perfectly clear, as opposed to last time it was piss yellow at 15 parts per million. And it didn't stay either. The clear glass bottle that I put it in, it seemed to have absorbed the silver out of the colloidal silver that I made back into the glass, and it turned the clear glass into almost a mirror finish on the inside of it. So you know how mirrors are painted silver and then they're painted black? So yeah, like the silver finished glass was real funky, and the colloidal silver that was 15 parts per million was only 5 parts per million. So 10 parts of the silver had sucked into the glass. So
what are you using to measure that, though?
Pardon?
The parts per million. What are you using to measure the parts per million?
Oh, TDS meter, little total dissolved solids meter. Cost about $30. Yeah.
I'll just buy my silver.
Oh,
I don't know how many parts per million is. I'll check.
Oh, did you buy your colloidal silver, you mean?
Yeah, I just buy mine, dude. It's like a high stability silver.
Sure. I've bought some too down the chemist. It was it said it was 10 parts per million, and it was made in an ionic solution. And what I did was I tested that, because I thought to myself, if it was made in a pure neutral water, and 10 parts per million, it should have measured at 10 parts per million, yeah? Well, no, it measured at 98. It measured at 98 parts per million. I don't know what the other 88 parts in it were, but it wasn't silver, and it certainly tasted as weak as shit compared to my 20 parts per million stuff that I made. Even though it was piss yellow, it was still okay to drink. It was just heavier particles of silver.
Yeah, break down. This is 10 parts per million.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah, 10 parts. It seems to be the standard going rate for most medicinal purposes is 10 parts per million. So yeah, my 15 parts. I had a good little success story just a couple of days ago actually. My wife's auntie showed up, mate. Fucking with her son had just had a kid 5 odd months earlier, and the little bubs has got really bad eczema that she's been cutting her face up, scratching her face. You know, kids, newborn babies, their nails grow real fucking quick and they're real fucking shark's teeth. They're real vicious, and when they scratch their face, they just rip them to pieces. It's like you always see babies with gloves on all the time, so they're not ripping their fucking face apart. Anyway, yeah, so the little bubs, they tried fucking all sorts of pharmaceutical shit, you know, evening primrose oil, hydrocortisone cream, all the normal things to try and deal with the eczema that was on the kid's face. No fucking luck. They had the doctor's stumped, they had the midwife stumped, everybody was fucking stumped, and I gave her a little bottle of my colloidal silver. They went home for 6 days. They bathed the kid twice a day with just colloidal silver on a bit of fucking tissue paper, you know, neutral bit of paper, unscented fucking toilet paper, and just, well, wiped her in the face and bathed with that twice a day. 6 days later, the kid's it's all half healed up.
Yeah.
Wahoo! I'll take that as a win. Because, yeah, Marnie, the auntie, gave us a text 2 days ago saying that it's a remarkable improvement. No one has any idea how the fuck she managed to fix it after so long, and they're all singing her high praises. And I'm just saying, well, fuck, anytime you want any more, just come around, because it cost me nothing to make it. I'll just fucking have it running in the background, and a few hours later I've got it running. It's nothing for me. If it helps, mate, I'm happy.
Yeah, I do, yeah. It's surprising how much it can help, to be honest. I've used it for all sorts. I originally bought it, I had a throat infection, and it cleared it up straight away. My mate, he had his tooth pulled, and he got like an abscess. And he had some, he was swelling colloidal silver, and it went down within a few hours.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon, like, I've got really fucked teeth, but I don't have any abscesses or swelling or anything in my gums. It's because I take colloidal silver daily, so I don't have any bacteria to worry about. So that's probably why I'm fucking skinny as fuck, because I don't have, you know, don't eat much. But yeah, I don't have really bad health. Just the fucking the trigeminal neuralgia from my fucking migraines and shit. But yeah. Fucking dropped the trapdoor on my head yesterday, eh? Fucking cut my fucking brow wide open. Real clever. Real fucking clever, eh? When you push the trapdoor open and then you start to walk up, it pays to keep the fucking trapdoor open. Fucking come straight down and smash it against the side of the stairwell, eh? You fucking idiot. I was being distracted when the kids was talking to me at the time, eh? I was going upstairs, bang. Hurt like
how much colloidal silver do you make in one go, like, Mark?
Well, I can. I've got a water distiller that makes me 4 liters of pure, you know, neutral water, and then I just keep that in a bottle, and I'll make 2 cups of it at a time, half a liter at a time, just in a Pyrex jug. And then I'll pour that into a couple of ginger beer bottles, you know, the brown glass bottles. That stops the sun from reacting with the shit as well, apparently. So yeah. And that seems to keep it really well. And of course I've kept my store-bought bottle, and I just fill that up with my own shit. Got, you know, a few little fucking ear droppers and shit if you get some sore ears, and always do that for the sore bits. Yeah. It's all round fucking good, guy, as far as I'm concerned. Just got to start sneaking it into the kids' food now. Perhaps into the wife's food when she doesn't know. And then she'll wonder why she's feeling better all of a sudden. And I'll just act like must be something she's doing. That'll be it. We'll poison her slowly into health. It would probably help with anti-inflammatory, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would think so, dude.
Yeah, because she takes a hell of a lot of ibuprofen. So I think if she stopped taking so much of that and had some fucking colloidal silver, it would probably help matters.
Yeah, I don't think it would do any harm.
Oh no, it's just getting it past. She's the complete opposite to me in pretty much most ways. It's probably why we attract. But fucking strange that. This is our one common denominator. that and the fucking rugrats. Anyway, I'm gonna put on a clip and kick back and watch.
Yeah, no bother, dude. No bother, man.
I might screen share it. Have you guys? Oh, mind you, I might get in trouble if I go and screen share live something like the interview, wouldn't I? Have you seen me?
Might get taken down. I haven't seen it. No, is it good?
That's funny as fuck, mate. I can see how a North Korean individual might be slightly upset by it, but as far from a satire, American comedy, Seth Rogen, James Franco point of view, funny as all fuck.
Yeah.
It's hysterical. I had myself pissing myself because they make Kim Jong-un look like a a guy that likes martinis and dresses in women's clothes and and he's like this hip guy. It's classic, really is. But I mean, just use BitLord and download the thing. That's all we did. We had it by the 27th. Only came out on Christmas Day. I was watching it by the 27th. So yeah.
I'll have a look for it, dude. Yeah, I'll have a watch.
It's quite popular.
But I'll let you get away and watch a film, Mark, dude.
Alright, dude. Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, mate. Oh.